you know, because you do have a little stint in Virginia, because you were military, so you moved around. It's kind of cool, you know, because with Trey being from, you know, Richmond, to get, even though you're not officially from Virginia, but to get two of you guys together on a record and to have stations like really starting to pick up on it must feel good also. So.
Well, you know, it's cool because he's from Petersburg,
yeah, for sure.
Virginia, and my parents were stationed in Fort Lee, which is, you know, Fort Lee / Petersburg, so the same place. So that's pretty.
So y'all never hung out back in the day, right?
No, I was in school. Like, I didn't even know my way around.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into that record now. This is her brand new single. It's Pretty Brown featuring your man Trey Songz. I can't do it like him. So we can get into that, and then back more In Love and War, brand new Anne-Marie album in stores.
Anne-Marie, you've been doing so well. Damn. It's okay. We'll get you.
I know. I'm getting there.
By the end of the day, you're gonna be perfect.
Buy that album and follow on Twitter, and we'll be back with more in just a second. Damn. I'm so mad at myself.
But you're doing so well. It's just like, hey, Marie.
I know, and I've been saying it so long, for so long.
It's just.
We have to interview that IS kid, that replay song, and I'm like, I'm gonna butcher his name every time just to do it on purpose. I know, man. Whatever. Let's see. Cause I just want you not to be doing the same shit because you've been doing a promo tour. So I'm trying to like.
Mix it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you excited about doing other shit.
No, but I'm excited to just be here and talking. It was good. Vibes.
So we are almost through this whole hour. When you could be anywhere in the world, you came back to Hampton Roads to be here the day your album comes out. Now I know you probably got a plane to catch to go to New York, LA, where the hell you're going. Albums in stores. Why should people that are walking by that CD go, I need to get that?
Well, you know, first of all, I put everything into what I do. You know, I don't do it just because it's something to do, and I don't just like to sing just because I just want to hear the sound of my voice or anything. Like, I really love creating music, you know, whether it's writing a horn section, whether it's, you know, because I co-produce everything as well.
Yep.
There's just something that I have to get out. Like, when you're a creative person, you, like, have to get it out, and that excites you. So I'm very passionate about it. This particular project is very, to me, relatable in the sense that if anyone's ever been through any relationship, they're going to find the story here. Because the biggest challenge for me, lyrically, was just to try to write only about what, like, has really happened. Because, you know, you can think of great scenarios and stuff like that, but it was like,
but these are real stories.
Let me just try to just keep them as the real stories as I can, you know, and they're mostly things that have happened to me, and also things that have happened to my closest friends. And, you know,
how'd they feel about that?
They were cool with it. I made sure it was okay first.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, because they're so real, I wanted to make sure it's okay if I use it. Of course, there's no names in there or anything.
For sure, right.
But that, you know, that it was cool, and they're totally cool with that. And it's funny because we can listen to the records and we know, like, oh my goodness, that was that.
So, so you're basically, so it's basically, everyone's been in a relationship. So no matter what relationship you've been in, there's going to be something on here for you.
Yes, I mean, it just runs the gamut, whether it's like the record I did with Fab, More Than Love, that came from just the whole topic of, you know, needing more than love. People say all the time, oh, you need more than love to be, you know, in a relationship.
Right.
It takes trust.
Yeah.
And you can have all the love in the world, but if you don't have that trust, it's just not going to work because it's going to, like, slowly kill everything.
For sure.
And there's another song called Different People.
Yep.
You know, and that...
Track 12 on the album. Yes. I'm looking at the album in front of me.
He actually, the producer who did that, phase, also did Pretty Brown as well.
Okay.
This is the second song on the album. And it's basically, you know, everything's not, oh, everything's so great, or, oh, I hate you, we need to break up. Sometimes issues in relationships can be as simple as, you know what, you're you, I'm me. We need to learn how to be in a relationship because it's not all about you and it's not all about me anymore. It's like about compromising sometimes. Right. And so that song addresses that.
Yeah. So brand new album in stores, In Love and War.
In stores.
It's awesome to have an artist like you in this time to be on your third album. I mean, like I said, you came here years ago. Yeah. And I remember saying, and that was when Heard 'Em All. What was it, Heard 'Em All Before? Was that? What was the record? What was your first single?
Well, this is actually my 4th studio album, but it is my 3rd. A lot of people, it's my 3rd album because my 3rd one technically was overseas because that's when I did.
You did an international release.
People didn't really know about that one. My very first one was Why Don't We Fall in Love. That was my first single off of my album All I Have, and then my first single on my second album was One Thing, which was that good percussion we sampled the meters.
I remember the video for your first single. I remember radio stations playing it, and I remember a lot of people saying, "Is she talented, or is she just another pretty face?"
Oh yeah, that can, you know, that happens because, you know, people sometimes you can just get lumped into one group, because there definitely is a difference between someone who's just a singer,
yeah,
someone who's like more of and a singer, and they're more like a performance artist,
right,
or an artist in terms of just like the artistry of creating the music.
Yeah.
Not everyone creates the music, and it's not like that's better than not creating it, but it's just different.
Yeah.
And then some people are just totally like removed from it.
Do you know we still play Why Don't We Fall in Love? We still play on Z104.
Wow.
It's what we call a gold, which is like a recurring like hit. So we still play that record.
Thank you.
You had a remix for that record too, right?
Well, there were two remixes. One was with Ludacris.
Yeah.
And that was like the regular version with Ludacris.
Yeah.
And there was a whole different one called a Richcraft remix, which used a whole different...
I think it was the Ludacris one. It's been a while, but do you get comparisons a lot? Do you have that?
Sometimes people will, because I think it's just being a female.
Yeah.
And because I dance, you know, and I dance, and I'm young, so I guess it's just people lump you in. But I feel like when people compare and they say, oh, she's like this, I honestly have to say, I feel like they just don't know me. Yeah. They don't know my material, or they don't know...
All they see is what they see, maybe that one song on YouTube.
They might know just one song, or just, I'm like, but they, like, because if they knew me, they wouldn't say that.
Right.